Yeah, we're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up in this week's show, after 2.5 years out of the saddle, a triumphant return for exciting teenager Slade Jones in the President of Barbados Trophy race at the Garrison Savannah, where there was a dead heat thriller in the co-feature Harmony of Nations Trophy. The reigning Mouttet Mile champion and jockey Robert Halledeen enjoy a big win in the Mark My Word Trophy at Jamaica's Caymanas Park. At Hastings Racecourse in Vancouver, stakes wins for Caribbean jockeys Kimal Santo and Kuri Powell. And Barbadian rider Juan Crawford gets a second stakes win this season at Ontario's Fort Erie. Plus the usual update on Caribbean victories overseas, or opening story from Barbados.
A solid 7-horse field entered for the President of Barbados Trophy at the Garrison Savannah. The Barbados President, Dame Sandra Mason, in attendance for the 5.5 furlong sprint. The betting public liking as favourite the 4-horse, 2-time Sandalane Gold Cup contestant, the US-bred Jerry the Nipper, with Antonio Bishop aboard. With Ice 2 on the former Spa Sprint winner Zaid, who has young Slade Jones back in the saddle Saturday for the first time since his splendid award-winning 2022 season at Canada's Woodbine. Pretty competitive betting here, going for the Barbados $22,000 purse. Top entries: number 2 Zazie at 6-1, Zaid in the 3 box, the joint second favourite at 7-2, number 4 Jerry the Nipper, the even money favourite, and Caspian Sea at 7-2. Let's get the race call now with Dean Springer.
And the Stars and they're racing and show the money. He was the fastest away from the gate. Zazie showing lots of speed early on the outside, coming across his Sir Jimmy, Caspian Sea as well. Behind these, the top weighted Jerry the Nipper, break of 4 to Zaid, another length and a half before we get to Brilliant News. As they're round the far turn, head up the hill past Brigade House. And the leader on the inside is Zazie, and on the outside Caspian Sea. Sir Jimmy stalking these in third. Show the money is next. Length and a half to Jerry the Nipper, 2 back before we get to Zaid and Brilliant News. They race towards the quarter pole. And it is Zazie and Caspian Sea who dispute the leader. Zazie falls away, Caspian Sea goes on. On the outside, Sir Jimmy is coming with a grand run. Show the money with a renewed effort. Jerry the Nipper appears 4 wide. And there are no more turns. And Caspian Sea is in command. On the outside, here's Jerry the Nipper. Show the money. On the rails, here is Zaid rattling home. It's Zaid on the inside, and on the outside, Caspian Sea. Jerry the Nipper coming. But it's going to be Zaid. Zaid wins it.
As perfect a ride as you could get, entered the final bend 6th in the 7-horse field, but importantly took the shortest path, saving ground with a decisive rail run, and this skillful ride by Jones gets a heed home ahead of the favourite Jerry the Nipper and Caspian Sea. A first A-class win this in Barbados for the 19-year-old Slade Jones, with thoroughbred racing in his DNA, as grandson of the great rider Charlie Jones and son of retired top jockey Jono Jones. As a 16-year-old, Slade was Canada's Sovereign Award Outstanding Apprentice Rider of the Year in 2022, but with his growth and weight trouble had left the saddle and only returned Saturday for the first time in 2.5 years. For owner and trainer Jean-Marc Cozier, the US-bred 5-year-old snaps an 8-race winless run here, getting his first win since his Sandalane Spa Sprint score in March of last year. Zaid, as the joint 7-2 second favourite, lands the President of Barbados Trophy feature by a length over the even money favourite Jerry the Nipper. The winning time for 5.5 furlongs on the Garrison turf, 1 minute 5.20 seconds. More excitement for the fans at the Garrison Savannah Saturday in the co-feature Harmony of Nations Trophy handicap, with the photo finish cameras unable to separate the top finishers. St. Lucian jockey Aaron Daniel in the yellow cap aboard Donna's True Bling, dueling with Raheem Thorpe in the red cap aboard Marengo, with Queen of the South and champion jockey Ricky Walcott closing on the outside.
Donna's True Bling, Marengo. Mikhail is looking for racing room. On the outside, here comes Queen of the South with a challenge. And down the stretch they come. And it's Donna's True Bling, Marengo. And on the outside, here comes Queen of the South. The 3 of them go by together.
Donna's True Bling and Marengo cannot be separated for the win, and Queen of the South is only a half length back in third. A unique moment this in thoroughbred racing, with a dead heat win for Marengo and Donna's True Bling, both owned by Melrose Racing, both trained by champion Robert Pearce.
To Jamaica now, where racing at Caymanas Park Saturday and Sunday honoured 2 popular Triple Crown winning horses of the past.
Sunday's main event attracting some big-name horses in the Mark My Word Trophy, named in memory of the 2010 Horse of the Year and Triple Crown winner, reigning Mouttet Mile champion and Horse of the Year Fun Can Done. Among the starters, so too Horse of the Year twice, Atomica, the favourite, and leader heading into the home stretch with Brian Rickman on commentary.
Atomica now is sent on as they leave the 7/16th. Mamma Mia beginning to back out. There goes stablemate Fun Can Done. Run Julie Run is shaken up for more as they have left the 3. A break back to Sheer Delight. Geolithic on the fade, about to be overtaken by Near Star, but they leave the 5/16th. They're coming into the top of the lane in the Mark My Word Trophy, and it's a fight on, and Atomica on the rail. Fun Can Done grabs a hold of her and now hits the front. Atomica, can she fight back? Here is a Run Julie Run kicking in on the outside, not a fine ride, but it's Fun Can Done. Halledeen changing the stick to the left hand, asking for everything as Run Julie Run begins to edge closer, but Fun Can Done is keeping her at bay. A 16th to run. Fun Can Done. Robert Halledeen under a bustling ride, changing the stick from left to right, and Fun Can Done wins the Mark My Word.
Halledeen makes things difficult for the closing Run Julie Run down the home stretch and survives the steward's inquiry and jockey's objection for the win. Fun Can Done rebounds from his third place finish in April's Ian Levy Cup to win, showing his class as he shouldered top weight of 126 pounds in getting his 9th win from 13 lifetime starts.
Well, he's the ass of the year from last year. He got around this year, getting him much fitter, and now he's back to himself, and hopefully he keeps sound for the rest of the year, and we'll be happy.
Champion owner Carlton Watson's Fun Can Done scores by 2 lengths in the Mark My Word as the 7-5 second favourite, topping Run Julie Run and Sheer Delight. The favourite Atomica faded to 4th. Trainer Jason Acosta's second Mark My Word Trophy win, this having landed the 2021 edition with Hovercraft. The winning time 157.48 for 9 furlongs and 25 yards. One of 4 wins for trainer Acosta in the past week, including 2 at Thistledown in Ohio, USA. On Saturday's Caymanas Park card 24 hours earlier, a massive win for the favourite Rhythm Buzz in the Luchi Poo Trophy race, honouring the 1988 Triple Crown winner and Horse of the Year. Jockey Philip Parchment steering the 5-year-old to the inside path for a rousing home stretch run.
Blue Vinyl drifting out wide. Rhythm Buzz gets a perfect rail run, and these two continue the battle. In behind them, that's Rainsville down against the rail. Atlantic Convoy in the center, and Sistine Treasure now making some progress. But Rhythm Buzz has them off their legs. Less than a furlong to run. Can they catch this? Rhythm Buzz and the bustling Philip Parchment. He's all over Rhythm Buzz, and Rhythm Buzz responds by running away from this field to win the Luchi Poo Trophy by maybe 6 or more.
Rhythm Buzz snaps a 5-race winless run for his first victory since beating Fun Can Done in the Mark My Word Trophy a year ago, and was posted in unbeatable condition by trainer Vinnie Atkinson. Jockey Parchment enjoying his first race riding call aboard the 9-time winner.
Very nice horse. I've been working with this horse in the mornings, and he has worked well and shown me that he can run.
The jockey rode in the morning. He galloped in the morning when he went 140 for the mile, and he said that is one of the easiest 140 for a mile he has ever worked the horse in the morning. So I was like, okay, so we can make the money, and we ended up making the money today, so I'm grateful for that.
The Piaget Stables Rhythm Buzz by 7 3/4 lengths as the 7-5 favourite in the Luchi Poo Trophy race, beating former 2000 Guinness and St. Leisure winner Blue Vinyl with a winning time for a mile of 1:39 3/5, matching the stakes record win by Easy as ABC in last year's renewal.
Caribbean jocks continue to flourish in Canada. Former TNT Triple Crown winning jockey Kimal Santo and Jamaican Kuri Powell getting stakes wins at Hastings in Vancouver.
Santo was aboard the 8-1 bet Rondelito for a surprise win in the Ross McLeod Stakes over 6.5 furlongs, fighting off the favourite Mount Doom down the home stretch for the win. Santo's 5th added money win this in Canada since arriving in the land of the Maple Leaf 3 years ago. The Steve Henson trained Rondelito upsets the favourite Mount Doom to win the Ross McLeod Stakes by a half length, clocking 116.77 for 6.5 furlongs. Powell was unseated at the starting gates before the race and had an unsteady beginning in the River Rock Casino Stakes, but eventually settles the favourite Chi Time for a good victory. First stakes victory among 23 career wins in Canada, this for Kuri Powell, as he gets the River Rock Casino Stakes victory aboard the 1-5 favourite Chi Time, 117.01 the winning time for 6.5 furlongs.
Finally now to Fort Erie, where the Barbadian jockey Juan Crawford had a bumper Sunday with 4 wins, including his second stakes win inside 3 weeks at the Ontario racetrack.
Aboard the 2-1 second favourite Garofoli, Crawford is in the black and white silks here, challenging in the long-run Thoroughbred Retirement Stakes, and would have to resist a late charge from the odds-on favourite Victory March.
The lead now belongs to Garofoli, but Victory March is gaining ground on the outside. Shaku Maku tries to fight back. Garofoli going best. Garofoli, one last push from Victory March, but Garofoli will hold on. It's Garofoli a length.
Crawford, who also won the Sprint into Summer Cup Stakes in late May, added wins on the afternoon of the 3rd, 4th and 7th races for his 4-timer. This long-run Thoroughbred, the 6th on the card, the biggest of Crawford's wins on Sunday. Garofoli at 2-1 upsetting the favourite Victory March in a 1-length score and clocks a new Fort Erie track record 1 minute 2.76 for 5.5 furlongs.
Our weekly tally now of Caribbean wins in the USA and Canada before we go. In the past week, I've counted a whopping 93 victories. Among them, the Barbadian Demaria Bino and TNT's Pravin Badri big at the Sineboya Downs. Bino with 5 wins this week, including a Wednesday 4-timer. Badri, the reigning champion jockey there, had 4 wins on Tuesday. The Jamaican jockey Dane Nelson had 3 weekend wins at Century Mile to now share the jockey's lead there with the Barbadian Rashid Hughes. And the Jamaican rider Orlando Foster had 6 wins at Lethbridge, including a Saturday 4-timer. We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.